I'm in contact with E.W. Higginbottom, who is the last living child of Elwood Higginbottom. When we went to the Montgomery grand opening, we were sitting side by side, and he was just crying, and he's like, I didn't even know I had all of these, family members, and oh my goodness. And he was filled at that time with, people really wanting to take the time out to not only recognize the people that were lynched, but inform him of who his father was, as not just a sharecropper, but he was called the hero of the sharecroppers because he said, this is my land, you will not trespass on it, and I get to say what happens to my land.
I've been around here for 87 years, and I think about with my grandkids, I never had the opportunity to even know my daddy because I was only 4 years old when he was killed. He was never able to take me to a game or do anything. I can't say I miss my daddy because I never knew him. So that's all I got to say about that.
Is that good enough? That was good enough.
Well, then when he got to the memorial that was specifically for his father in Oxford, Mississippi, he said that he was just really extremely overwhelmed, and he felt like, yes, finally, people are recognizing that this happened to my father. So he was like, yes, this is good, and that was like a finale, like I can rest now. And he's like, thank God that I was able to live long enough to see somewhat of justice come to my father for what happened to him when he was only trying to protect his own. I became a family historian when my brother Richard Higginbottom passed away, and I inherited his project. It's called the Higginbottom Family Tree Project. The research that's been done for the purpose of memorializing those who were lynched has really facilitated our family, the Higginbottom family, in rediscovering each other. We've expanded to over 1,000 more family members that we were able to connect with, and to really understand where we are, because we're all over, like literally all over the U.S. We're, in Germany and, different places like that. The children that are direct descendants of Elwood Higginbottom didn't even know anything about the hundreds and hundreds. And the amazing thing is that some of those relatives were right in Memphis, Tennessee, where the family migrated to once the lynching happened. So you're like right on top of each other and don't even know that you're related to each other. So we were able to really begin the reconnection process through the memorialization process. What we find is that people either really want to talk about it or they really do not want to talk about it. And we need to recognize that history is history. It's something that happened. We can't change what happened, but we can change what we do going forward. So far as the injustices that are happening today, we need to recognize that they're not so dissimilar from what happened back then. We need to recognize that we're all equal. And so far as what happened in the past, we can't hold the descendants of those ancestors who did that responsible for their actions. we have to be responsible for our own actions. So I would love to meet the people who, family members, were involved in what happened to my cousin, to say, if you are not of the mindset as your ancestors were, then you do not have to be accountable, right? You have to be accountable for your actions. If you are in the same mindset, then you have to still be accountable for your actions. But for those who are not like their ancestors, but hold guilt in regards to what happened, you just need to let it go, you know, because you didn't have any control of that. You have control of today and how you act today. That's it.
Amazing grace.